Hello there, my name is Host Eric, and I'm the host of Talking with Famous People. How are you today? I'm going to talk about this thing on Facebook. Shout out to the people with mediocre talents. I saw a famous person added me as a Facebook friend today, which I always like. I try to be Facebook friends with everybody basically I come into contact with. Um, Facebook friends with all my debaters, Facebook friends with their parents all the times. Anyway, this post is very interesting. This is a shout out to the people with mediocre talents, quote unquote. The people who can carry a tune but don't have a remarkable voice. The people who can draw more than stick figures but can't develop their own style. The people who have a decent imagination but have no idea how to write it all out. The people who can play covers of songs but can't write their own music. The people who can dance choreography but not freely. The people who can do sports but never make the teams. The people who are good. They just don't feel good enough. Um, well, for me, this thing reeks of cognitive function bias. It's like, okay, I've got a couple of musician friends. There's one in particular that I'm thinking of who is an ESTJ who's got intuition way at the bottom of the stack. And he's a very skilled technical musician who learned scales first, like, knows all the theory, can talk about the mixolydian, whatever. And his music's he does write some of his own music. And in general, I think it's fair to say I'm, if you were going to say it in a derogatory fashion, say it's derivative. But I don't like that term at all in this context. What it is instead is it's an example of an archetype. So yeah, it's not totally original. But that doesn't make it useless. It doesn't make it worthless. It doesn't make it not original either. Just because it doesn't smack us aesthetically as surprising doesn't mean it's not an original work. It's not the same as some other song. The other thing I noticed is he is coming into his NE as he gets older, this guy. And he's a little bit more willing to, but he really wants an algorithm. He really wants to know how do you get a hit song or how do you know, he wants there to be something you can learn. But you just get good enough at this process, this part of it, then that's the same thing as what that guy's playing, so whatever. But almost all of these are about that. This is anti-S propaganda. Good. Except for the sports one, that's anti-N propaganda. And the one that says people have a decent imagination but no idea how to write it all out. Well, that would be I would guess NI. NI reasonably high in the stack with F, like FENI. So that's the cognitive functions that are kind of like being ontologically. Lazy, do not. You better, lazy. She goes insane when she sees the mailman. Anyway, yeah, I'm almost done with this. Just give me a sec. I'm just saying, I'm trying to read. I didn't want to pass this stuff. All right, have a good time. Thanks. I also want to talk about these comments here. Uh, maybe those people who consider they have mediocre talent should work on that thing, and maybe they wouldn't be so mediocre. Stop complaining if you never try anything at all. Great things don't come easy. If you want to have things happen, work hard to develop talent. Nobody's born with genius. Talent nothing without hard work and passion. That that's probably an S, right? Could be an N who just wants to position the artistic process as hard work. That one Tumblr post that makes you tear up. Yep, that's me tonight. So she identifies with some of this. Now, since you identify with this, especially if you're not looking at everything through a lens of cognitive functions, you may well identify simply because you're an N in fields and so you wish you were better or something. Who knows? It doesn't mean anything. But it's something we all identify with is the notion of not being good enough. I've experienced that in plenty of fields, and probably everybody has. The problem only arises when we kind of feel like we're not good enough at anything. Then we start to feel bad. The people who can dance with choreography but not freely. That's me, Bay. I don't know who Bay is. It's spelled with an E at the end, not a Y. And not capitalized. Anyway, I can dance with choreography except not having the rhythm to freestyle. One thing is talent, another thing is originality. Talent has a limit. That's a really interesting comment, the notion that originality doesn't have a limit. Of course it wouldn't. That's a very NE biased comment, right? Our discussion the other day says CBN to DW. Why, that's an SI comment. She's referencing something that happened in the past. Isn't that fun? Anyway, yeah, I thought that was interesting the way that this post and these comments are revelatory of cognitive function stuff. So I thought I'd make this little video. It's a very interesting topic. Thanks for watching. Talk with people.